Alright, here we have a 2003 Honda Odyssey. Customer just brought it to our office, gave us the 3 keys that they had. I'm going to end up recutting new keys. There's another one with the ignition problem. They got lucky, they was able to get it to turn one more time and then bring it to my office. As you see, look like the bottom of the shroud's taken apart, so actually a couple of the screws are taken loose, so I'm going to have to tighten that up for them. They try to basically fix it. I'm not mad at you if you try to fix it. I understand you're trying to save money. Locksmith, what we do, some of y'all think it's real simple what we do, until y'all try to actually do the type of work and then realize, a little bit more involved. Locksmith guys, they really got a certain type of skill. But back to this. As you see, it doesn't turn. I don't even feel like, I feel a few of them touching the key, but a couple of them is jammed up. So basically on this, I'm going to take it apart, I'm going to rebuild it, I'm going to put new wafers in it, new springs, I'm going to recut the keys, I'm probably going to transfer the chips from these keys to the new keys. For those of you that's trying to get this particular job right now, it's going to take me probably 2-3 hours, but for those of you that's trying to do this work cheap and you want to do it yourself, and y'all call me and tell me you want to go to the dealer and buy a new lock, the lock costs $200 and something, let me tell you something about that plan. You go buy the new lock, you get all excited, you get real happy, you put the lock on the car, you're jumping up and down right about now. You stick the key in there, you turn it, car doesn't start. Why? Now the new keys that came with the lock has to be programmed. Alright, here's the next thing. That key, once you change the ignition, the keys no longer work with the door. So now you're traveling with 2 keys. So guess what? In the future somewhere, let's say you lose your keys. You on vacation, I don't know, let's say Florida, Walt Disney. You lose your keys, you call a locksmith. Guess what? When he makes you the key, it's probably going to only work the door, the glove box, and the trunk. You're going to need a locksmith that knows how to take this ignition apart to figure out what the key is now, because nobody knows what it is, because you changed it. It's different. He'll have to know how to take it apart, decode it, make you a key, reprogram it. When I do this type of job and I realize the ignition's been changed, I'm at the $600 to $800 range to generate 2 keys to the same vehicle. Because now I got to take this whole thing apart, decode it, figure out what the existing key is, and work like that. So you're talking, no longer 1 key. So just keep that in mind. That's the flaw in the plan of buying the new lock. It's always going to be a different key. So I'll come back shortly with this rebuilt, everything working, and the car still on the same key, 1 key system. Alright, we're back at this Honda. As you see, we come 3 brand new keys. We put their chips in it. See, it still works the door. Key goes right in. Security light goes right out. Starts right up. Key 2 starts right up. So just keep in mind, if you're going to hire somebody to do this type of work for you, make sure they have experience. A lot of people think if you call a locksmith, we do everything. A lot of locksmiths specialize. You'll call some locksmiths, all they are commercial locksmiths. You call others, all they are is residential. So keep in mind, locksmith, there's a lot of categories under locksmiths. My specialty is commercial, automotive, and motorcycles. I also have my certification in automotive, which is CAL, Certified Automotive Locksmith, which means I went and I took the test. Basically, it means I cared enough to go sit down, take the test, get the certification, and keep up with my training, basically. I'm probably one of 4 in the whole state of Georgia at this moment. So these are the things you want to ask. Are you certified in automotive? Because you may have somebody that's used to working on houses all day, and the phone rings and they decide, hey, I'm going to go ahead and try to fix this car. You do not want to call someone out. Just because he's a locksmith don't mean he's an automotive locksmith. You don't want to call this person out and you're actually paying them to learn on your vehicle. That may not be a good idea. Yeah, you might save some money. Think about it. If you called around and we all around the same price, and you get this one individual, and he's really cheap, it should be a big old light bulb that lights up. Why? Why is this person so cheap? Everybody wants this, and this one wants that. So just food for thought. But back to this. Turns nice and smooth. Everything in this lock, I took it apart. Everything in the lock is rebuilt. New springs, new wafers, everything. I even did a few extra things to make the lock last longer. So if you're in the Georgia area, you're welcome to bring the car by our office. You could drop it off. There's places around here where you can eat. There's a Golden Corral, Sonic. There's a mall nearby within walking distance. So there's definitely places you can go to kill time while I fix your car. A job like this is going to normally take about 2-3 hours. If you're outside of the area, you're going to have to pull a lock off the car and ship it to me, and I'll ship it back to you within 24 to 48 hours, depending on when I receive it. Thank you. I'll go to our website, www.acmlocksmithgroup. Thanks.